Before light cycles, quantum teleportation, and luminescent jumpsuits could exist on the grid in the movie Tron Legacy, its creators turned to our world.
We brought in scientists, physicists, and just tossed around the ideas of the concepts of this movie and talked about, if it was possible, and if so, how would you actually do it? Quantum computing and things like that.
One of those scientists was Sean Carroll. He joined us via Skype and told me he's somewhat optimistic about the possibility of one day entering a digital world.
I think that we could, in principle, simulate any kind of conscious thought process on a computer. But in practice, it's just enormously mind-bogglingly difficult to imagine doing that. The current kinds of computers we have, artificial intelligence or whatever, are very, very far away from anything you would call conscious.
Another feature of digital life is the ability to store your memory, thoughts, and everything else on a backup drive that's connected to your body. In Tron Legacy, that's the light disc, which is strapped onto everyone's back. Basically, it's like walking around with an extra brain that just happens to be useful in a fight. Pure science fiction, right?
I don't think it's sci-fi at all. I don't think that there's any reason to doubt that in the years to come, we'll all be plugged into the cloud, the network, whatever you want to call it, in a much more visceral, direct way.
Carol thinks someday we could all be walking around with an internet in our heads. That means no more forgetting birthdays, deadlines, or who the 13th president was. Then there's the matter of getting around. On the grid, it's all about the light cycle.
So just the fact that it comes out of a baton just required so much more design than just the pure surface of it. So we had to go all the way down into all the layers and how it looks inside.
Simon used his experience as a car designer to create something that looked like it could work in our world as well.
Well, there's this thing called stance in vehicle design. It's a theory of how it actually looks on the road, how it's grounded on the road. And that was pretty hard with a new light cycle because the guy is exposed on it. Like basically his arms and his back and his legs become part of the design. So it was more like creature design in a way.
But bottom line, what I really wanted to know was, when can we expect to teleport onto the grid?
The technology is nowhere near there yet. There's also a philosophy problem. Is what you call a consciousness, a human being, is it reducible to a particular computer program? This is called the substrate independence of the idea of consciousness. Does it matter whether or not you're in a brain made of neurons or in a computer made of transistors or circuit boards or something like that?
For Discovery News, I'm Jorge Ribas.